Okay, so I've been gone for a while, and don't worry, there's a lot of content coming in. So this is something that I can't really get in the full frame because this thing is just huge. So this is the leader class Hunt for Decepticons Starscream. As you can see, he is huge. In fact, he's a foot long. Like his length is exactly 1 foot long. Don't worry, he gets bigger. So this will be like kind of hard to do a video on because he's big. So to start off with, this plane mode is actually really nice looking. This is probably one of the cleanest F-22s ever gotten. Yeah, he has some undercarriage, but it's a jet former. You can't really bug it. But look how like thin that profile is. As you can see, he is big. Actually, in fact, I will bring in my Earthrise Seeker mold to show you how big he is in comparison. Now, these things both did retail at the same price. Just, this is a new figure. Well, technically speaking, a 5-year-old mold. This here is a 15-year-old mold. See, the size difference is pretty big. But let's just get this guy off screen. By the way, we will do a full review on him soon. There's quite a bit of cool shit we gotta do a review on. Gimmick-wise, he does have likes and sounds, but he's weird. So to get his likes to work in him, you have to have this removed. Because when it is on the Foley, it will not screwed in all the way. It will actually shoot it out if you press the button if it's not screwed in. And it doesn't work as like sounds. With that pushed all the way in. So there's a button there. He says, "I am Starscream," does some jet sounds. He's pretty cool. Size-wise, yeah, as I said, he's massive. But also, he looks really nice. I love the tattoos on him, although they are canonically just him engraving himself. He has a deployable landing gear that does store away very nicely. I do quite like that. And his undercarriage isn't bad. Actually, in fact, let me just grab it. Come here. He is complete. Thank you for shooting off the missile. Oh. He has a gun, which I guess there's a missile in it, and the missiles do, by the way, store under each wing. Unfortunately, though, this has rubber on it and has ruined the peg on one of the missiles, which shot up as I was grabbing it. He does have weapon storage, though, so the missiles, they store underneath each wing, like the classic null rays, and this goes right here, like that, and it stores neatly under there. And by the way, it is stored in there just enough that his wheels, because yes, this is a jet, and it does wheels right there and right here. His wheels do roll very well. In fact, any jet I've ever handled, he's probably the best wheel-wise hand. He does roll like really well. This isn't even a solid surface for what he's rolling, because they're pinned. But you can see, yeah, he does roll the thing on the bottom of it. But we have that removed. And also, it does shoot, but I don't want to shoot it because I want to lose it. It does fold out underneath, so you can do like a ground attack, because the way it's angled is minor technical difficulties. It does angle like a ground attack, so if he's swooping over and then pew. Yeah. But let's skip the transformation now. So transform him for when you want to show the landing gears folded up. You can do this with the weapon on him. I'm actually going to show you that. There's actually a pretty cool little cutout in it. You should do this. First thing you want to do is, let's do the wings first. Take this. Actually, don't pull it up. What you want to first do is you want to push up these little side pieces right there. And then grab these. Will it do it? So these side wings are, see, they're automorph. They have little springs in them, and they open up like that. I actually have it working pretty nice on mine. Then you want to take this back part, grab it, fold these up and fold it down. Ignore that now, we'll get that later. Then you want to grab arm, like this one. Don't pull them out. They are on a little triangular nub in there. Sorry, a motorcycle just went by. So you do pull it out like sideways like that, you will break the tab. I didn't realize that first time I did this, and I did almost destroy it in there, which sucks. And then you want to get this, and you want to fold this up like that, up like that. Up hangs. So this is going to get really big. He gets over a foot tall. Well, a foot long during transformation. Almost 2 feet long, actually. So what we want to do, to get these, push them down. Like that. And now, you want to get the lower half. Pull it, and you notice that this thing will undab from there. That is because they engineered it so this slow on the side, so that just comes out. And then, I can't even fit this on the camera screen, it is huge. You kind of just unfold these, and down, and then you pull off the weapon. So, I can't even get him fully in screen, just how big he is. He's huge. Once it's like this, you want to I'm just going to pull the arms out like that. And he's really hard to review video on him because he's so fuck off huge. So, I'm going to get these, fold them out, flip them around, grab the cockpit, pull it out, that. Grab the back here, and this will lock the back, and we're just gonna basically grab this and just push it down. That locks the back in place. And now you don't want to fold this down because you gotta get the arms in, and the arms are weird. In other words, you want to fold that out, pull up on these till they locking kind of like that in there, and then you want to grab it here, pull this out, fold this in, and God, get that in there, and then you tab into there. I'm gonna repeat that on the other side, and I'll come back. Okay, and now that he's like this, what we want to then do is grab this, hold it down, and kind of just, it kind of locks in, it kind of doesn't. The rest of the body, yeah, it does lock in a little bit, but it's kind of like relying on the rest of the body to lock it in. It's weird. It doesn't like lock in all the way, but it does. The lower half locks it in. And let's do that part now. So what we want to do is get them up like this. Pull this back once. Forward. Crock this back. And then just shove it up there. Like so. He's almost there. Gonna rotate out the hangs. He's big. I think that Masterpiece is only a little bit bigger than him, actually. Fold these around. Get the feet untabbed. Walk down. Fish out the ankle piece. At the toes. It doesn't really lock in. It kind of just slides back there. Then you want to back, forward. You got 1 foot done. Back, forward. He doesn't stand very well, I will say that. He does like to fight when standing. Stand, you bitch. So yeah, there he is. He is really big. He does talk, by the way. He just has more voice lines in this mode. If you pull this down, he yaps. His torso opens up. Kind of cool. And his head talks. He does head rotation on him. Butterflies, which is nice. On both arms, they have guns. He has that, his minigun, which you use by using this little flick right here. And then, like that. Both arm works like that. He's so big, he's kind of unwieldy. This arm, it is the same thing, except this one has missiles on it. It doesn't really like to lock in much. Gets stuck right there, the tabs at the back of it. But you can probably follow that down. And his weapon. Now this hand is limp because this is a used copy. I didn't get this new. You get this hand, you fold it up into the transformation pose. And you get the gun. And you just tabs in there. And it doesn't impede with these, by the way. So, go. Articulation wise, it is of the era. He has no ankle tilts, no waist. He doesn't have a thigh swivel. He actually has a foot swivel, which is really annoying. And yeah, you can give him the straight out legs, which he does stand a little bit like this. But he's just so big it doesn't really work. He does have, due to transformation, he does have that far knee bend and that far forward bend. But he kind of just stays in that position, so he can kick backwards. But use it. All of his joints are on ratchets, except his elbow bend, which is really tight. And it does have rubber in it, by the way, so his arms might just melt. His rubber in his weapon did melt the pegs right there on one of these, so now they just don't stay in them. He's so big that this has like been an actual chore to record, because I can't put him in a good focus on my camera due to the way he is, because I only have like, I'd say a 3 foot wide recording area, and he takes up a foot of that. And he's just, you put the thing in him and put him in a pose, and look at how much space he takes up suddenly. And his feet are weak because he's old and he weighs 5 pounds. And it's all in his upper part, and the ratchets just are not strong enough. Look how floppy he is. He just... I do like him, though. I do love everything about him, unfortunately. So I will be giving him a 10 out of 10.